welcome, City Skylines players and fans, back to Capital City. This is Gomer with Gomer Games. Alright, we left off with this stadium here, and we placed down a couple parking lots. And if you remember from the last video, there is a imaginary underground parking structure under this whole thing here. Because the city is more of a painted city, not a functional one in the game, I'm actually just not actually going to build the parking structure. I kind of demonstrated on how you would do that in the last video, so check that out. So anyway, we're just going to move on. I did do some detailing here off camera. Put in some grass strips here. Put in some little parking booths, toll booths to collect parking fees and stuff like that, and added a little bit of an area to unload and load, like if you're having like a concert in here or something, that you'd need all those sets and stages and stuff like that, so you need a place for trucks and stuff like that. So I added that. And then, so we haven't finished that, obviously, and then we've got the main attraction, the main stadium over here, that we need to add additional parking for. So we'll get to that. And I think what we're going to do, we're going to separate this, even though I imagine that these two complexes would be owned by, well, the city, but / ran by the same company, that, you know, if you were going to an event in this arena here, that you would still be able to park over here and then walk over there. Wouldn't be ideal, but you know, you would do that, and then vice versa. You could park over here in this parking area here and walk over to here if you were going to an event here. But I am going to separate these lots out. I was going to have this all intertwined, but I thought realistically that's not the way they would have it. They would have it where you would pay when you would get in on the grounds, and then you'd be able to park anywhere or wherever they told you to park, or they would have individual lots for parking attendants and everything. So I think that's the route we're going to go. We're going to go that way. First thing I did notice is I entered this entryway into the underground parking, and I didn't put a door on the front of this, so I'm going to put a door on this to begin with. Just real quick, I was looking at that, I'm like, yeah, there's not a door on this, so I'm going to put that in here. Just a generic door, we're just going to slide that in. Try to get it as centered and at the right angles, much as possible. There, that looks better. So now there's a door there. We'll go ahead and add I think maybe we'll go ahead and add like a trash can there. And then maybe we'll put a bench. Like right there. So yeah, I think that would that looks pretty good there. Alright, so let's go ahead and try to figure out the rest of this parking. I'll be honest, I really haven't worked out the rest of this parking on this, how all this is going to work. I do know that there is going to be a one-way road that runs over on this side of the property. Trying to decide if we're going to use a 2-lane. I think we're just going to use a 1-lane road. So we'll go ahead and use this highway ramp road. just mainly because there's no zoning on it, so it won't cause any issues. I may upgrade that to the alley and then mess with the speed limits or whatever, but I think we're just going to use this one to begin with. And I just want to run it parallel to this county road here, this country road here, and yeah, we'll go ahead and just have it come in. We may change this later. Change the angle later on, I should say. Yeah, I think come up this way. Not sure if I'm going to have it connect to this or not. Just have it come this direction. Obviously, these roads. Because what I'm thinking is the traffic would come in on this main road here, and then you want it all to filter out on the main road also. Let's go ahead and I think we're going to put in this and do this asymmetrical right now. There we go. So it's 2 lanes coming in going this direction, and then it just changes to 3. And then we'll go ahead and we can use the intersection marking tool. Actually, let's mess with the node controller to start with here. Kind of do some angling. Smooth that out just a little bit. I think we want to eliminate the walkways because we really won't need those here. Switch back to intersection marking tool. And then I'm thinking this is going to go to right here. Dotted line right there. Solid there, solid here. And then we've got 2 dotted right here. Yeah, it looks like there's parking on this road. And we want to eliminate that. We want them to pay for the parking. Yeah, we'll make that. Okay. So back to the intersection marking tool. Just like that. Go ahead and connect it there. And then we'll do the fills. Yes, I think that's correct. Alright. Now you notice if you're filling in with the intersection marking tool, you're doing one of these chevrons. You want the point of the chevron, whichever direction, whether it's a incoming ramp or it's an outgoing ramp, it doesn't matter, because you just hit the invert button and it switches it. But you want the point to be the second point that you select. So select one of these and then select a point and then go back and select back here and then back over. You want this point to be the second point, and that'll make the chevrons correct. I mean, you can always rotate them around, but it's easier just having them correct to begin with. Alright, and then we want to disallow left-hand turns there, and then we're going to go ahead and do that. I guess we'll go ahead and just do all of these. I think maybe I could have just hit Control S. Yeah, see, Control S didn't do it correctly. Alright, there we go. So there, that intersection is set up there. Hopefully we won't need to change that. I don't think we will, because I think that we're going to put some additional parking in here, but I think that will be fine here. So that'll run all the way through, and then that'll give us 2 lanes going out this side too. So what I'm thinking is we're going to run this road over. I'm not going to run it up here, but just up here for now. And then I still have the zoning. I have the zoning disabled, which is fine because I need some grass in here. Make sure that it's going to work. Needs to go a little bit further. So I'm thinking maybe we will force zoning and then offset by 1 meter, and then go in here and upgrade. And it should have pushed the zoning back. Oh, maybe it did not. Okay. Setback did not work. No priority for zoning. Maybe it's except with the parking. Easy enough. Back. It's very interesting. I'm not sure why it's not working. Well, what we'll do, we'll go ahead and put the grass in here. Oh, and that's not supposed to go off of that. so I'm not sure. Maybe it's because that road was there, I'm not sure. We will have to put another couple over here, but we'll take care of that here in a minute. I want to go back to the parking, because I need to put the parking back in here. See if we can grab a hold of these and move them. This to right about there. Check the road. That's fine. And we want to move the other one. Another one. 11. And we'll grab it there. Okay, so by doing that, that leaves us more than enough room on this road here. And then we do need to put another booth in here, so we're going to need to move these down a little bit. And I'm thinking, yeah, we'll make this line, this point right here, equal to this one. So we're just going to move it down. Right there. And then obviously we will move this down, overlap that lamp there, and there. I think that gives us a little bit, it's a little off here, but not too bad. It's not too bad, so we'll leave that alone there. And then I think we'll go ahead and place another piece of grass there and then pull this down here. Yeah, it's pretty close. Go ahead and grab another toll booth. I call these toll booths, not parking booth maybe, I'm not sure. Try to get the closed ones, yeah. And to be honest, they're almost too big. And you can't size them with the new move it. That new move it function allows you to use the less than and greater than keys below the K and the L on the keyboard to change the sizes of your props. So we'll go ahead and do that, and we're just going to leave it that size though. And then I'm thinking we'll go ahead and fill this in. thinking there will be probably some parking stalls, a couple more over here. I don't know if 3 in there or not. Oh yeah. Matter of fact, it's almost a perfect fit. If I can just slow down. There we go. Okay. It's almost a perfect fit there. Matter of fact, if I leave a little gap to match the rest of these ones on the outside here, that is a little. It is perfect there. And then we'll grab. Go ahead and grab these other grass details here. And to be honest, I'm not sure if I'm going to leave this like this. I might. Oh, it's because of the. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to get that fixed. I have to leave that the way that is. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and leave that. So that closes this parking lot off. So I think I want to go ahead and run this road back down through here. And reset the zoning to 0. I think I'm just going to turn that. Just go back to normal. And run this thing. There we go. So that looks pretty good there. And then we'll go ahead and connect the asymmetrical road here. Ideally, that's perfect. You have a left turn lane going into this lane, and then you have a turn lane here going into this lane, so you have double lane there. And then you have 2 right turn lanes going this direction and 1 left direction. So then eliminate this turn there, and then that works perfectly. Okay, and then put the sidewalks back in. Very nice. Kind of wish there was a little bit more of a gap here. I know we moved that. That's a little bit better. Okay. And then I'm not sure what to do with this dead space here. I guess we'll go ahead and put some billets in. I think that's how you pronounce these. Or bullets, maybe. Maybe it's pronounced bullets. Put these in here. Actually, I kind of know what we can do there. We can put a hydrant in there. Put a fire hydrant in there. Still a lot of empty concrete there. I'm not sure what we'd do with that, but we'll leave that for now. But I think that looks pretty good. We've got that in done. We've got 2 entrances on this side, an entrance on this side, and notice I left a little bit of a gap there between the road, so that way tractor trailers can get into this. They've got a wide area here. They can make a turn, or even turn around so they can back in, that type of thing. I think that works nicely there. Okay, so the next step here, let's go ahead. Now we have the side road here. I think what we're going to do, we're going to put in some additional parking on this side. This is going to be kind of tricky because I think we're going to do it at an angle. And we're going to run the parking road, the plain road, parallel to that one-way road. Zoning on and everything. Yeah, that looks straight because this road's a little curvy. But that's fine because it's an exit road, so it's not that big of a deal. So now we got to find a parking lot that is a good size for that. We can use these individual ones. To kind of go out and build a manual parking lot for different sizes. I think we may just do that actually. See how this looks. Yeah, let's go to 7. Right. We'll do. Because I don't have a 7 left for some reason. I'm not sure why it wasn't available. So I'm going to go every other one. We'll start working it back up. And we'll start working it back up and then go to 8 left. And do the other one here. on. There we go. And then move to go ahead and go with, is that right? 3 right, 3 left, it would be 3 left. And then we'll do 2 right, 2 left. And then I think that's where we'll end there. And then obviously we'll use decals with the individual parking stalls and the three to fill in if we want to fill in any of those. But I think that works great. Now, if you were doing a functional city, what you would do, you run your parking road, the plain road here. You'd run this using the free form. Well, you try to get it close to. Okay, or you could just use the alley. Not sure why I'm having such a problem with this. You could also just draw it and then just shape it, which is kind of a pain. But through, I don't know. Kind of shape the road. And then just go in with move it, grab the nodes, and just pull it over to where you need it to be. And then you would end up with traffic moving around the parking lot. Around the parking stalls and everything, at least the way they need to be. Probably what we'll do here is we want a little bit of a curve there, so traffic doesn't do like a 90-degree turn. But I'd probably say you'd want a little bit of a triangle there, I guess is the best way to describe it. Maybe put some greenery in there, some bushes. Maybe some signs or something like that. Yeah, pull that node down, so that way it increases the size of that arc. And then, as long as that bluey string is outside of the stalls, you're fine. There we go. Okay, so I think that looks good. So now we'll just go back into the park, and we'll just add the sides in. So these, what are those? 6s? Yeah. So that's a 6. We want 6 left. No. 6 right. Those little black marks you see in it are the shadows of the lamps. Alright, and here we want, what was that, an 8? Yeah, very nice. And then do one or two things here. I would go ahead and probably pull. Trying to think here, because if you build a road on this outside here, that kind of looks weird. And then if you put parking on the outside of that road, it looks really weird having this back to back. Or what you could do, I guess, I would connect this at the corner. Kind of an awkward angle there, but maybe run the road this direction. And then you can go ahead and run a road this. Having to fix here. Looks like that is an 8. So what we want is an 8 right. Actually, because we're not using this road, we're using this one. We want a 8 left. Depends on which road you use on. There, and I did the same thing. Click. Go. Alright, and then just move this into place. Depends on which side of the road. If you're using, we were using this road as the source, it's on one side, and then if you use the road on this side, it switches it. So that's the reason. That's the reason why. So go ahead and move this into place. Right, like that. And then we'll move this node. I don't like that. Okay. And you got to be very careful with this if you're, like, I'm not sure you'd be able to use these two nodes that close together. So if we were building a playable city, I'm not sure that we'd be able to do this parking lot quite like that. We'd have to come up with another connection, which isn't a big deal because we could just connect it at another location. I just wanted to connect it at that corner. No particular reason. I just, for aesthetics more than anything else. And then we're going to connect it on down. Alright, fill all this in here. Not sure how many parking stalls this is, but it's quite a few. it's more than what you'd think, because just on this side I counted these. This road that goes through the center here, on this side, on the left-hand side of this, it's like 380 some or something like that, just on that left side. It doesn't look like there's that many, but each one of these rows is 24. So you double that, so each on both sides is 48. So that's 48 right there. So 48 times all of those rows right there, and then you have the outside on top of that. So so there's quite a few parking stalls right here too. And then there's the underground lot, which we've got to put a couple entrances and exits to over here on this side. Alright, and then we'll fill in the gaps here with maybe some curbs, or I don't think we'll put any cultivated grass or anything in there, because that road is right there. So obviously we don't want to do that, but we may put some curbs in there or something to put a tree line there. And then maybe do the same thing here. Put some curves and then fill in these gaps here with extra parking stalls. I do think I'm going to go ahead and concrete all of this, because we'll do some extra. That's not what I wanted to do. I think we're going to concrete all that. And then now we'll go ahead, now that we have this lot ended here, I think I'm going to go ahead and connect those two. That's connected to that, that's connected to that. So maybe we'll go ahead and connect these two nodes here. Yeah. Again, this right here probably would not work in a playable city, but we're just painting, so it is what it is. And then we really want another connection. I would probably say at least one more connection. So we're probably going to use this right here. Now obviously that moved that node, so that would be our playable city. There. And that may be alright in a playable city. In all reality, probably what you would do is just bring this up here, and then just eliminate that. So then the road is there. It slants into the exit, and then you have the road a 90-degree turn there, which is really what I was wanting to avoid all the way through this parking lot. Is cars turning like they're turning on roads. I wanted them to kind of flow through the parking lot at angles, so that way it looks natural. They're naturally following a lane around the outside of the parking. So you got a 90-degree there, and then you got a 90-degree on 3 of the 4 corners. So I guess that's not too bad. But I'll go ahead and fill in the rest of these parking stalls later, off camera, just because it's going to be kind of monotonous. I'm not sure if I'll do any of these. Maybe not. Maybe I'll do a couple more of these. Yeah. And then, okay. So, 45 minutes. There's going to be a couple other, or one other thing I was wanting to do today. And then, we'll move on is I was wanting to connect this walkway to the stadium. And this walkway, in case you haven't seen any of the other videos, is a gigantic mall over here. Check those videos out. I go through building the mall and the medical center, and there's some office buildings over here on the other side, some parking garages. It's really a unique build. It's quite detailed. There's some underground entrances to the mall and stuff. There's three or four of those, so there's a number of those. We got the creek in here, running through here, that divides the mall from the stadium area here. So it's quite unique. But I want to connect this walkway to the stadium. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then I'm thinking it's going to come. First thing I need to do is select the right walkway. Not sure what happened there. My recording program's kind of going crazy, so I'm not sure if it's still recording or not. I'll have to check that out. Anyway, so I want to bring this over and drop it down, not up. Thinking go ahead and put it down here. See if that's down far enough. This is for people, not for cars, so it doesn't really have to be that low. Oh yeah, it's down way, it's down quite a bit, so it's fine. So I actually elevate it just a little bit. I'll bring that in just like that. And again, I'm not sure how realistic this is, but I think that looks pretty good there, like that. And then I'm thinking I'm going to bring I'm going to go ahead and bring another right here, straight into the building here. Which, because of all the nodes, is going to clip. So, just build it here, just to make sure that there's a node there, and then just grab it, pull it in, and put it exactly where I want it. And I want it right in there, just right, just enough. Yeah, just enough to avoid these. Assume these are air conditioners. Yeah, air conditioning units there. And then maybe pull this out just a little bit. I want to make sure that there's enough room for people to walk under there, which there's more than enough. That's fine. And I think I want to go ahead and pull this over. just like that. I think that looks very nice. Yeah, maybe I need to slant this just a little bit. Get that pole out of there. I think that looks very nice. A little bit too far of a span there, so we're going to have to grab a pillar and put that in there, and then there needs to be a pillar right here in this connection there. I think that looks good. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put some doors in here, which this may, yeah, it's probably going to be kind of tricky because I don't think it'll recognize, yeah, it won't recognize the elevation. Oh yes, it will. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. So we're going to have to put 2 sets in here. Guess we'll go ahead and pull. Should move that other one more towards the center, but we can work with that. That works. And then we'll go ahead and put a trying to decide if I want to put a bench or a trash can there. Thought we had a 2-sided bench that bench seat there, right, like that. Maybe we'll just put that. Yeah. Put one right there. Maybe put another one right there. Put a trash can right there. Okay, maybe we'll grab a bench. Put it right there. There. I think that'll be enough. I don't think we need to really overdo it too much. There is one thing I'm wanting to change this. So we're going to go into nose controller. And we're going to change the angle here. looks just better like that. And it looks better with the sharp edge there, the point. So that was the other item that I was wanting to get done on this particular video. I was wanting to get the start of this lot done, and that particular walkway done there. I think we're going to put another lot in here. Maybe we're going to change the angle. Maybe run a road straight into this road and run it off of that. And then we'll put maybe a small lot in here. Actually, it looks like there is a door there. No, those are actual doors, personnel doors, or customer doors. The doors I was referring to were right over here. So yeah, I think these doors. No, those are customer doors too. So yeah. So I guess the only garage door or the only entrance would be back over here, right in there. That particular location there. Okay, well that works even better. So we'll have like a little parking area for trucks and stuff back here. And then maybe we'll do an extremely small, maybe we'll do a access lot, handicapped parking lot here. Although well, that would work. I think there's stairs here. I think those are stairs. But there are doors on the ground floor, so there could be elevators and stuff on the inside there. So we'll play it like that, because there is a ramp over here on the back side. I'm sorry, it's actually right here. There's a ramp right here that people in wheelchairs and stuff could use. And that looks like that might be a garage door there, but we'll go ahead and just use these doors and then pretend that there's elevators and stuff on the inside here. We'll use this as a access lot, handicap lot over here. Alright, that looks pretty good, and then obviously we'll go through and do some landscaping, some trees and grass and everything connecting this county road. There won't be any connection on this road because this road is just connects the village. This village over here on the far side connects that with this road here. I just that road was there before all this was built, so they just kind of left it. Hit that like button. If you have any comments or suggestions, any suggestions on this parking or anything, any additional. I did try to do the use the big or the parking lot roads. I did try to use the parking lot roads. I think those are actually here. Yeah, I did try to do that, and I was playing around with it a little bit, and I just didn't like it. I didn't like the way it worked. I've used them before, but to me they don't work very well on these huge parking lots. They work more for the smaller lots, like right here. I think they work more for lots like that, but then the roads are darker too, so you've got to mess with the coloring of the roads and that type of stuff. And I like these gray roads for this particular build. I may darken them later on, but in other projects. But for this particular project, I'm leaving them pretty gray for now. But hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. It's going to appear right here in the center. That astronaut, it's Goma. hit him, and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for future videos. And next video should be coming out fairly shortly, probably within a week or so, and we'll finish up. We should be able to finish up this whole everything on this side of the road. All of this should be done, and then we'll just have some outside stuff here to do, which won't take very long. But hit that subscribe button and hit the like button. Any comments, feel free to leave those. Any questions, feel free to ask those. And we'll see you next time. Thank you for your time. This is Comer.